Hi, I thought I'd do another video, this time of all my collection of cast antlers that I've ever found of red deer. All these antlers, I know the actual particular stag, which makes it a bit more interesting in my opinion, so I'm just going to show you them. Don't always get these antlers out in one go, but I have, and I'm going to show you it, and I'll walk you through it now. So, here's my collection of antlers. And we're going to start off with that stag that you've seen on my channel quite a few times, giant. The best antler I've ever found so far is that one, which you've seen before, multi-top crown. But this stag here is related to giant, so this had probably been this stag's offspring, which was giant. And there we go, so you can see he's related, some of his antlers there, looks very similar to this one. He became a 20-point stag, so did giant, this stag. Anyway, so all these antlers here for now are giants, which you've all seen before on my channel. If you haven't, have a go back and have a look at some of my stuff. In some of my film, this is the particular antler that the stag was giant had on that morning when I was filming him, just one side. So there we go, and that's his first pair that he ever developed. So for stag, as I told you before, to have multi-point crowns, points like that is very rare. So there we go, that's all giants, and probably the father of giant at the very end, as I've told you. This here's the first antler I ever found back in 2000, and again these are related to him. This stag, which again you've seen on my channel, this other stag that I followed. Again, my favourite pair, this one here with the big hook. I've got some footage of him coming on my channel soon, with him in a fight with 3 master stags, and he actually wins with his head on, which you'll see over the next few months. So that's off that same stag. This stag here used to hang around with giant, would you believe? It's the 2 pairs of his, that's singles of his. He on this year casts on the 2nd of February, which is very, very, very early. But my friend actually gave me the antler, and he actually saw that cast, so for that date, that's very rare again. So that's his pair, and that's his pair, and there's some of his singles, and they used to hang around with giant. This stag here is separate to that one. It's the same as that one, should I say. I found him actually dead, would you believe, this stag, so I did saw the antlers off, and again, cracking pair of antlers there. So that's that. Now we go down here. I think we've still got some related antlers to the same stag, which is this one here. Again, strange enough, this stag hang around with giant as well. So there was 3 stags. This is the 3rd one again. cracking antlers. Actually, really thick beam, and yeah, great. This stag here, found a pair of this stag. This is another stag now, and all these antlers here are related to this particular stag. So there's one antler off the same stag every year so far. So that's that. And now these antlers don't look very good, but they're a very good story behind this. So this stag literally only had 3 legs, survived for about 4 or 5 years with 3 legs, hence his antlers gone a bit weird here. Not only was he getting old with the small brown bears, but he literally just had the 3 legs, and got them on film as well. I'll probably look back on my channel. This is back in 97, this one antler here, 98, and then this is his 11th head. And as you can see, it's probably one of my favourite antlers as well. It's so small, so no one, if you didn't know the history behind this stag, you'd no idea how old he is, but he's 11. And yeah, one of the first stags that I used to follow years and years ago. So that's that. And because he'd broken his leg, when a stag does damage to its leg, its antler and the blood goes odd to the other side of the antlers of its head, basically. So if he's broken his back leg on the left, his antler on the right hand side will grow strange, which is that. This here, again, 2 odd antlers. This stag again had damage to, but on this occasion, to his cornet. On this head, on the other side, the antler broke right down to its cornet, which is this part here, and he always grew a funny antler on that side because of that. So that's that. That's all the related antlers. This now is my favourite. We'll all show you pairs now. This is my favourite pair that I've ever found, other than giant stuff. Multi-top crowns, which I actually still can't get over. I've got these, but I found them, so I'm happy with that. There's another pair here of another stag. These are all just separate different stags. We've got that one there. This one. This one here. This is the first pair of antlers I ever found, back in 2000. This here, I found these. They've been lying there for 7 years. We knew the stag, and I found those antlers and they were 7 years, and I hadn't got any chew marks on them, but they've obviously gone white. So that's I still love that, actually, to be honest with you. It's quite unusual to find antlers that have not been picked up after 7 years. This antler here is off a stag from the 60s. A friend gave me this and found in 1966, and probably one of the original stags around this area, because someone had them in their house, in their garden, and some hinds, and they escaped, and then they started to breed wild so this could be all related from that stag, or the hinds, should I say. Again, another big stag antler I found. Love this one, really big, and again, knew that stag. So that's that one. And then we're going to the final. This is just the singles antlers that I found. There's a good singles one here. These off the same stag. I forgot to say there. These off the same stag, but both different sides, different years. This stag here is still alive today. It's probably about 12 years old, so I think it could be 13. Was in a fight this year. Hadn't been seen for about a month, so we assumed he was dead, but we now have seen him, so he's still alive, which is quite quite remarkable. I learn something every year doing this study of the stags. This was a cracking stag in the end. Absolutely brilliant stag in the end, that one. So that's that. That's a 10-point antler, even though you can't see it. Bit of a broken, smashed up crown. But yeah, love that. Again, another unusual antler for stag. And there's the rest of the singles. And this one here is the same. This stag also had a broken leg. This one, obviously, as I said, only had the 3 legs. But this one on his 4th leg was still attached, but just broken. And he survived for 5 years. So I assume then these 2 stags actually hang around together. So I assume they had an accident of some kind or whatever. Yeah, they survived for quite a few years, which is, again, very fascinating to see. Instead of them being shot, it's actually nice to see what can happen to a den, actually. And as I said, that one actually couldn't get up in the end, this stag with the 3 legs, and was shot. So there we go, and there's the last few. I just thought I'd share that with you, because I hardly ever get these out, and I'll probably never do this again. So there we go, that's my collection of red deer stags, and I shall leave that with you.